Now, I know this is gonna be pretty much common sense to most of y'all, and you're gonna be like, what is this guy yapping about? But I had a comment on one of my videos recently where someone said martial arts should be learned from the moment you turn 8, and the father should know that. And yes, he probably should, but what do you do if he doesn't? If your father didn't explain to you at 8 years old that you should learn how to fight, it's better to learn late than ever. And because I got introduced to the concept of working out and building muscle, becoming strong as a man pretty late in my life, at 21 years old, I hope that I can help people who are just now starting to get the concept of working out and eating and how important it is to figure things out. And please don't make the mistake that I made for a year of working out and not really tracking what you're eating. Like, you're gonna make newbie gains in the beginning, whatever you eat, but after a while, nutrition is just as important as the process of lifting the weights. So yeah, keep an eye on your nutrition, guys. And also, I think it's time to give a shout out to YBC2 Code. Check out his channel, guys. This is where I got the idea for the tier lists from. He's making tier lists about women, so I'm not touching this topic, it's his thing. But I liked his videos a lot and had a laugh at some of them, so check out his channel. I think it's a really nice way of presenting information. And yeah, check out his channel, guys. And without further ado, let's get into the tier list. So I'm gonna, like, tiermaker.com, please make it so that people can upload images instead of text here. But I'm gonna be ranking the foods from Enchanted God Apple, which is like one of the best foods in Minecraft. You probably know it. These are foods that are gonna be great for building muscle, and also they're gonna give you extra stats like healthy fats and cholesterol, which helps you build testosterone. Next up, we're gonna have steak, which are great foods. They're great for building muscle. In third place, we're gonna have apples, which are healthy foods like fruits, vegetables. That's why the apple. Cookies, these are things that you can eat here and there. They shouldn't be a part of your diet every single day, but they can help you build the calories that you need, build up some calories. And at last place, we're gonna have rotten flesh, which is like the foods you should avoid. You probably shouldn't eat these ever. So yeah, let's get started. First off, we have eggs. Eggs are instantly going into the gut tier. Like, you should spam eggs. You should eat them every day. I eat 6 eggs a day, most days. I mean, at least 5 days a week. So they're great because they have protein, they have healthy fats, they have cholesterol, which helps you build testosterone. It's a great food. Yeah, you should spam eggs every single day, at least 3 or 4 eggs a day. It's it's a must. Next up, we have beef. Beef I'm gonna put into the god tier as well because it's amazing food. It has protein, it has fats, it's red meat. Red meats are also great for building testosterone, which also helps you build muscle. So beef goes up there as well. Potatoes. Now, important thing about food that I didn't mention is you should you should eat food as your personal preference. So, for example, potatoes are great food because they're a source of carbohydrates, which are very healthy. But I don't enjoy eating and cooking potatoes that much, so I very rarely eat them, even though they're a great food. So, it's important as you watch this tier list to understand that you should focus on eating healthy foods that you like, because sticking to a diet is really difficult if you don't like the food that you're eating. If you go on a diet for a couple of weeks and then you fall back to eating unhealthy foods, there's no point in doing the diet. So you should pick foods from here that are up in the top of the tier list, but you should only pick those that you like. So next up, we have chips. I'm gonna put this at the cookie because sometimes, some days, you're not gonna be able to eat as many calories as you need, and you're gonna not feel appetite. You're not gonna feel hungry. And chips can be a great way to increase your calories because it has a lot of calories, but generally it shouldn't be a part of your diet every single day. Same goes for chocolate. Like, chocolate is a way of adding calories. It has lots of carbohydrates that are gonna give you energy, but you probably shouldn't be eating chocolate every single day. Next up, we have chicken. Chicken I'm gonna put the god food because, I mean, it's high in protein, it's meat, it's very good. You should be careful though because some of the chickens are being stuffed with vitamins and they are not as healthy as they should be because they're basically bred in places where people stuff them with unhealthy things. unhealthy products. Chicken breasts. I'm gonna put this in great food, not a god tier, because it doesn't have the fats that a whole chicken has. It just has the protein, which is, great for building muscle, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have any extra benefits, extra buffs. Rice, I fucking love rice. It's a great food. It's same as potatoes, basically, source of carbohydrates, which are really healthy carbohydrates, and you should probably eat them. But in my personal preference, I like rice better than potatoes, so I eat rice almost every single day. Same with eggs. Candy. Now, this is one of the foods that you should avoid. Those sweets that have only sugar in them, you shouldn't be eating those, because eating 500 calories from rice as carbohydrates and eating 500 calories from candy as carbohydrates is completely different. Like, it's the same amount of calories, but the way that you gain weight is going to be completely different. So I think it's really important to get your calories from healthy foods. Next up, we have fish. And yes, I'm using Nemo as a way to discourage you from eating fish. I'm kidding. Fish is, I think, a god tier food. I mean, it has the healthy fats, it has the omega-3, it has protein. I personally do not like fish that much, so I almost never eat fish, but it's a great food, and if you like fish, you should probably include it in your diet. Next up, we have pork. That's interesting. I'm gonna put it at great food. It's not as good as chicken, the whole chickens and the beef, because it has more unhealthy fats, from what I know. So, and I personally don't like it that much. Maybe I'm a little bit biased here, because I don't like pork that much. But I think it's still a great food. It's gonna give you calories. It is meat. It has protein. So, if you like pork, you can eat pork. Highly processed foods. Those are the foods that are gonna go at the bottom of the tier list. Those burgers from McDonald's and Burger King that they just don't taste like real food. They taste like shit, basically. You should avoid those at all costs. I mean, highly processed foods, they're gonna be unhealthy. Even if you eat many calories from them, the calories are gonna go... Who's calling me? I'm getting a call. Wait a second, guys. Okay. Interrupting my video. You should try to eat those as infrequently as possible. Beans, I like beans a lot. I think it's a great food. It's a source of protein, so you should eat beans if you like them. I like them a lot, so I focus on them. Avocado, I personally do not eat this, but I think it's a great source of food as well. Basically, I'm ranking here top foods. Avocados they have healthy fats, and I should probably include them in my diet as well. It just hasn't become my habit yet. Yogurt, I'm gonna put it here. It's a nice addition. It has protein. If you haven't tried Bulgarian yogurt, guys, I'm from Bulgaria. Bulgarian yogurt is great. It's very, very delicious. I like it a lot. And it's also a milk-based food, so it's high in protein. It doesn't have many calories. That's why I'm not putting it at the top, because for building muscle, you mainly need to eat a lot of calories. Bananas, again, in the fruit tier list. I mean, I like bananas a lot. I eat them a lot. They're not very high in calories, but they're a nice way to add some carbohydrates and some healthy sugars into your diet. And at last, we have vegetables, which are, again, gonna go here. I mean, they're not high in calories, but they're a source of vitamins, and, it's just a great food. You should eat vegetables. Fruit and vegetables should be a part of your diet, at least in some way. And yeah, guys, as I said earlier, you should build your diet around foods that you like. For example, I think fish is a great food, but I personally don't enjoy it that much, so it's not a part of my diet. And the fact that a food made it into the top of the tier list doesn't necessarily mean you must include it into your diet. So include only those that you like, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys.